Breaking free, unleashing your hidden potential, and soaring to new heights. Welcome, everyone, to this extraordinary journey of self discovery and transformation. Today, we're diving deep into the realm of human potential, guided by the wisdom and insights of an extraordinary individual, Katina Robertson. Katina is not just a certified life and professional development coach, she's a beacon of hope, a catalyst for change, and a true visionary in the field of personal growth. Her 2-decade journey through corporate America, followed by her profound transformation into a coach, has equipped her with unique insights that have the power to revolutionize lives. Katina's mission is nothing short of heroic. She's dedicated her life to helping others break free from invisible chains and soar to their greatest potential. Her impact ripples through countless lives, creating a wave of empowerment that's changing the world, one person at a time. So buckle up, because the insights we're about to explore have the power to radically alter your perception of what's possible in your life. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt like you're sleepwalking through life, like you're living a muted version of the vibrant, fulfilled existence, deep down you're capable of? If so, you're not alone. Millions of people wake up every day feeling stuck, trapped by invisible barriers they can't quite put their finger on. But here's the kicker. What if I told you that these barriers are largely of our own making, that the chains holding us back are forged in the furnace of our minds, tempered by our fears, doubts, and limiting beliefs? It's a startling thought, isn't it? But it's also incredibly liberating, because if we create these chains, we also have the power to break them. This is where Katina's wisdom comes into play. She posits a fundamental truth that's both simple and profound. We were all created for greatness. Each of us has a unique plan and purpose, but, and this is crucial, the circumstances we're born into, the experiences we've had, and the messages we've internalized can act like invisible snares, keeping us tethered to the ground when we were meant to soar. Think about it for a moment. How many times have you hesitated to pursue a dream because a little voice in your head whispered, "You're not good enough"? How often have you settled for less, convinced that you don't deserve more? These are the invisible snares Katina talks about, and they're more common than you might think. But here's the good news, the silver lining that should make your heart race with excitement. Just as these limitations can be learned, they can also be unlearned. We have the power to rewrite our internal narratives, to challenge the beliefs that have held us back for so long. Let me share a story with you, one that illustrates the transformative power of this realization. Meet Sarah, a brilliant woman who spent years trapped in a job she hated. Sarah was convinced she didn't have what it took to succeed elsewhere. Her fears whispered constantly, telling her she wasn't smart enough, experienced enough, or brave enough to make a change. But then Sarah encountered Katina's teachings. She began to question her limiting beliefs, to challenge the narrative she'd been telling herself for years. It wasn't easy. Breaking free from long-held beliefs never is. But slowly, surely, Sarah began to see herself in a new light. She realized that her fear wasn't a sign of inadequacy. It was a sign of how much she cared about her career and her future. She began to view her fear not as a stop sign, but as a green light, a signal that she was moving in the direction of her dreams. Armed with this new perspective, Sarah found the courage to make a change. Within months, she had landed her dream job and was thriving in ways she never thought possible. Sarah's story is a powerful testament to the fact that our greatest growth often lies on the other side of our greatest fears. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, that's great for Sarah, but my situation is different. I have real obstacles in my way. And you're right, we all face real, tangible challenges in life. But here's the thing. While we can't always control our circumstances, we can always control our response to them. This brings us to another key aspect of Katina's philosophy, the importance of mindset. Our mindset, the way we perceive and interpret the world around us, has a profound impact on our ability to overcome obstacles and achieve our goals. Katina encourages us to develop what she calls a growth mindset. This is the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, good strategies, and input from others. It's the opposite of a fixed mindset, which assumes our qualities are set in stone. With a growth mindset, challenges become opportunities for learning and growth. Failures become stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. Criticism becomes valuable feedback rather than personal attacks. Let me give you another example of how powerful this shift in mindset can be. Meet John, a middle aged man who had always dreamed of starting his own business but never took the leap. John had a fixed mindset when it came to entrepreneurship. He believed that successful business owners were born, not made, and that he simply didn't have the entrepreneurial gene. But then John encountered Katina's teachings on mindset. He began to challenge his assumptions about what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur. He started to see that business skills could be learned, that resilience could be developed, that creativity could be cultivated. With this new perspective, John took the plunge. He started small, learning as he went, embracing failures as learning opportunities. Today, John runs a thriving business that not only provides for his family, but also makes a positive impact in his community. John's story illustrates a crucial point. Our potential is not fixed. We are not bound by our past, our circumstances, or even our current abilities. We are limited only by our willingness to grow, to learn, to push beyond our comfort zones. Now, let's talk about fear. It's the elephant in the room when it comes to personal growth and achievement. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of the unknown. These fears can paralyze us, keeping us stuck in unfulfilling lives and unrealized potential. But Katina's approach to fear is refreshingly practical. She doesn't advocate for fearlessness. After all, fear is a natural human emotion. Instead, she encourages us to develop a new relationship with fear. Fear, Katina says, is often a sign that you're on the right track. It means you're pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, which is where growth happens. She suggests viewing fear not as a stop sign, but as a green light, a signal that you're moving in the direction of your dreams. This perspective shift can be incredibly liberating. Instead of trying to eliminate fear, an impossible task, we can learn to work with it, to use it as fuel for our growth and achievement. Let's pause for a moment and do a quick exercise. I want you to think about something you've always wanted to do but haven't because of fear. Maybe it's starting a business, maybe it's going back to school, maybe it's asking someone out on a date, whatever it is, hold that thought in your mind. Now, I want you to imagine what your life would look like if you pursued that dream despite your fear. Imagine the sense of accomplishment, the growth, the new opportunities that would open up. Feel the excitement, the possibility, the aliveness that comes with stepping out of your comfort zone. That feeling, that's what life is like on the other side of fear. That's what's waiting for you when you learn to use fear as a compass pointing towards growth rather than a wall keeping you trapped. But knowing this intellectually isn't enough. We need practical strategies to turn this knowledge into action. This is where Katina's concept of micro movements comes in. Micro movements are small, manageable actions that move you closer to your goals. The key is to make these actions so small that they're almost impossible to avoid. Want to write a book? Start with writing one sentence a day. Want to start a business? Spend 5 minutes researching your industry each morning. These micro movements might seem insignificant, but they serve two crucial purposes. First, they build momentum. Small actions lead to bigger actions, and before you know it, you're making real progress. Second, they help rewire your brain. Each time you follow through on a commitment, no matter how small, you're reinforcing the belief that you're someone who takes action and achieves goals. Let me share another story that illustrates the power of micro movements. Meet Lisa, a single mother who dreamed of becoming a motivational speaker, but between her job and caring for her children, she felt she never had time to pursue her dream. Inspired by Katina's teachings, Lisa decided to start with micro movements. She committed to spending just 10 minutes a day working on her speaking skills. Some days she practiced in front of a mirror, other days she wrote down ideas for speeches. On particularly busy days, she simply listened to a short podcast about public speaking during her commute. These small actions didn't seem like much at first, but over time they added up. Lisa's confidence grew, her skills improved. She started volunteering to speak at local community events. Within a year, she was being paid to speak at regional conferences. Lisa's story shows us that we don't need to make drastic changes to transform our lives. Small, consistent actions taken over time can lead to remarkable results. Now, let's talk about another crucial aspect of personal growth: self talk. The way we speak to ourselves has a profound impact on our beliefs, our actions, and ultimately our results. Katina emphasizes the importance of what she calls self-championing. This involves consciously speaking to yourself with the same encouragement and belief that you would offer to a dear friend or loved one. It's about becoming your own biggest cheerleader. This might sound simple, but it's surprisingly powerful. Our brains are constantly looking for evidence to support our beliefs. When we consistently speak to ourselves with kindness and encouragement, we start to notice more of our strengths and successes. We become more resilient in the face of setbacks. We develop a stronger sense of self-worth. Let's do another quick exercise. I want you to think about a goal you're working towards or a challenge you're facing now. Imagine your best friend was in this situation. What would you say to encourage them? How would you remind them of their strengths and past successes? How would you express your belief in their ability to overcome this challenge or achieve this goal? Got it? Good. Now, I want you to turn that encouragement inward. Speak to yourself with the same kindness, the same belief, the same unwavering support. How does that feel? Different from your usual self-talk, isn't it? This is the power of self-championing. It's about treating yourself with the same kindness and respect you'd offer to someone you love. And when you do this consistently, it can radically transform your self-image and by extension, your life. But personal growth isn't just about individual transformation. Katina believes that when we step into our full potential, we create a ripple effect that impacts everyone around us. When we soar, we inspire others to do the same. We create a culture of excellence and possibility that lifts entire communities. This brings us to another key aspect of Katina's philosophy, the importance of purpose. She believes that true fulfillment comes not just from personal success, but from using that success to make a positive impact on the world. She encourages her clients to think beyond their individual goals and consider how their unique talents and passions can contribute to something greater than themselves. Katina shared a powerful exercise she uses to help people connect with their purpose. She asked them to imagine they're at their own 80th birthday party. Friends and family are giving speeches about the impact they've had on the world. What would they want to hear in those speeches? What legacy do they want to leave? Take a moment to consider this for yourself. When you look back on your life, what do you want to be remembered for? What impact do you want to have made? How do you want to have touched the lives of others? This exercise helps align our daily actions with our long-term vision for our lives. It reminds us that we're not just working towards personal success, but towards leaving a positive mark on the world. As we near the end of our time together, I want to circle back to where we started with Katina's fundamental belief that we were all created for greatness. This isn't just feel-good rhetoric. It's a call to action, a challenge to each of us to step up and claim the life we were meant to live. We've explored the power of mindset, the importance of reframing fear, the impact of micro movements, the transformative nature of self-championing, and the significance of living with purpose. These aren't just abstract concepts, they're practical tools that can help us break free from the invisible snares holding us back and soar to new heights. So, what's holding you back? What invisible snares are keeping you tethered to the ground when you were meant to soar? What would your life look like if you fully embraced your potential? It's time to get fed up with the status quo. It's time to switch on your appetite for success. It's time to recognize that you have within you everything you need to get unstuck and move to the next level. I want to leave you with a challenge inspired by Katina's teachings. For the next week, I want you to practice self-championing. Speak to yourself with the same encouragement and belief that you would offer to someone you love deeply. Celebrate your small wins. Lean into discomfort. Take one micro movement each day towards your biggest goal. Remember, you were created for greatness. You have a unique purpose and the potential to make a profound impact on the world. It's time to break free from whatever is holding you back. It's time to ascend. It's time to soar. The world is waiting for your unique gifts, your passion, your purpose. Don't keep it waiting any longer. Take that first step. Make that first micro movement. Speak that first word of self-encouragement. Your journey to greatness starts now. Thank you.